Hello and welcome to the T20 final of Division 1 in the TCL between MOCC Lions and Cheetahs. Morseville Lions. The Lions have elected to bat first. It's a decision that most people do enjoy in a final. They do say that you don't want to chase when you're in a final. I think that if you have the strength in your bowling, I don't mind you going out there and defending a total, but if your strength is your batting, maybe you want to go out there and give it a chase. Nonetheless, the Lions, again, they are chasing. The Cheetahs won the toss and they elected to field, so they are choosing to chase. It's an interesting decision, but they have chased the majority of the way through these playoffs, so they're not unaccustomed to doing so. So it's going to be Nilesh Patel coming into bowl to Shrikant Reddy. Vikram Ravi Kumar is on the other end. So here we go, ball one. Just drifting down the leg side. It's going to be an easy tickle away for a single. And again, Century Fields has been known for its high scoring. It's a ground where a lot of runs have been scored. If you get into a gap, it's going to be very hard for any fielder to stop it, especially through the offside. So I think the key for Nilesh Patel, I think, is going to be let the ball swing. Hit that good length and let it come into you. Let it come into the batsman, like we were seeing Shaheen Afridi do today. Dismissing Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul very early, really stifling that India attack. Nilesh Patel would love to do the same and stifle up this Lions batting attack. Again, they got a lot of good batsmen. And Vikram Ravi Kumar, he's very innovative. But if you can get him out early, you feel like you have a good shot in this match. Again, for the Lions, I think it's going to be key to hold on to their wickets and make use of this power play. It's a high-scoring ground. If you can just find some gaps, you don't got to go aerial all the time. You find some gaps, you got a good shot at doing so. That one down the leg side. It's going to be deemed wide by the umpire, but again, you could see the intent from Nilesh was to hit the deck and let it swing, let it move away. He's adjusting his man at mid-wicket, seeing a little bit extra bounce that he's getting. Nilesh would know how this pitch was reacting. Played the PL Finals for Tigers yesterday. Came up victorious, had a brilliant knock of 122. So he's riding high off of that. So he's coming back in, Nilesh. Again into Vikram Ravi Kumar. This one slashed to the outside. Yeah, man at cover, unable to do much with it. And like we said, if it gets past the infield, it's gone. Nilesh just a tad bit too full on that time. Vikram Ravi Kumar made it a half volley. You can see Nilesh trying to push it outside. Vikram showed a little bit of early movement, didn't end up moving back towards the leg side. But that's too easy, and there you go. Off the mark are the MOCC Lions with that boundary. Had the single early on, had the wide, and now a 4. So brilliant start to this first over for the Lions. Again, if I'm Nilesh, I'm just trying to hit that good length area, let it swing back in. Try to replicate that dismissal of KL Rahul. Nilesh has good pace, so he can do that. He gets the ball to move back in. And again, once Vikram is in touch, it's going to be hard to stop him, so you can't let him get going. That time down the leg side, that's too easy. Try to go a little bit slower. Fielder's coming around, but it's not going to matter. It's going to be another 4 runs. So an expensive first over. Already 10 runs on the board. 3 balls already bowled. Vikram Ravi Kumar settling in now. Again, he's gotten 2 deliveries where he would love it. He loves hitting those sweep shots, whether it's a reverse sweep or a traditional one. And then if you get a half volley, any opening batsman is going to love a half volley first up to get themselves going. And again, on this type of ground, if you just pick a gap, it's going to run away for 4. You need the big red S on your chest. You need Superman to stop some of these boundaries. How does Nilesh respond? Just got hit for 2 boundaries. What can he do? He goes full again. He's picked the gap once again, and Vikram Ravi Kumar pouring it on another 4. This time just a tad bit straighter and made it look too easy that time. And Nilesh is making it real easy right now on Vikram Ravi Kumar. Again, another one low full toss. He's trying to get that ball to move, but I would say to him, yes, get it to move, but don't vary that length that much. Go in, hit the deck on that good length, and get him in that in-between area. That good leg delivery is going to be your best friend on this ground. There's a lot of places where it's going to get some extra bounce, going to get some swing. You have a slip fielder in play, bring him in. Bring him into play. You have a third man, let him use a third man. The fielder's out in the deep. You have a deep third man who's pretty wide, and also a deep backward square leg. So those are your two fielders. And there's your delivery right on middle stump. And the first dot ball of the innings for MLCC. We heard earlier, dot balls are key in T20. They build a lot of pressure. When 14 runs are already on the board, this over can end in another dot ball, and you'd feel just good if you're the Lions. Again, once Vikram Ravikumar gets going, it's hard to stop him. He's an electrifying bat, and if you can get in deep into this innings, you're going to have a tough time. Cheetah's got to find a way to get going. Nilesh Patel, last delivery of his first over, down the leg side, so Vikram's got to get another one. And that one moved the opposite direction, just not enough. So 15 runs for the Lions to start us off. It's a beautiful day here in Morrisville, North Carolina. Feels very autumny. There's a nice breeze blowing through. The sun is out, much warmer than yesterday. So in comes Nilesh Patel. Well, he's hoping the last delivery of the over, and it is going to be, yes it is, that one moving away. Vikram Ravikumar looking to slash out as you see the pace on offer. There you go, one over gone, 15 runs on the board. A beautiful over for the Lions to start. They'll take that all day long. Now let's see who bowls that second over. They go into a Haroon Iqbal who has been opening for them, or do they go in another direction? And it is going to be Haroon Iqbal coming into bowl. Shrikant has played one delivery. He's going to play a second one here. Again, Vikram Ravikumar did most of the scoring in that previous over. Just the two dot balls coming from it. Brilliant first over from the Lions. This is what they're going to want. Again, in a final, if you can put up, especially on this ground, a lot of runs. You're going to need a lot of runs on this type of a ground. And in a final, if you can put runs on the board, it becomes ever so more pressuresome. The two teams chasing yesterday, one of them were able to win in the Division 1 PL final. They were not able to do so. And the Division 2 PL final, they were able to. I felt that in the Division 2 PL final, the Spartans came up just maybe 20 runs short. While the Tigers, they were able to put enough runs. I thought just a good score on the board. So I think runs are going to be crucial, especially in the final. He goes full. It's chipped over the top. Fielder running behind. It's not going to get there. Could save the 4, and he has saved it. But they get 2 in the end. So they beat me to what I was going to say. The field said you got a deep extra cover and a long off. No one long on. And Shrikant gladly obliged and put it over. Just a little chip. Didn't really go with the full follow through. Haroon does get some good movement away. And it's not as quick as Nilesh, so that can cause some of these missed hits. And why he's got 2 fielders straight, standing them hit straight. So he's going to pull full and let the ball swing. And that offside, if you can get it through there, it's going to run away. Got to have a very quick fielder out there. Hits the deck a little bit harder that time, gets some good bounce. It's worked to the man at third man, who's inside the circle. Again, the power play is key in any type of a matchup. In T20 cricket especially, the power play is going to be crucial. Again, it's usually the team who wins the power play wins the match. So these first 6 overs are going to be crucial for both sides. So it comes and he slashed it up in the air. If there was a mid-off, maybe there was a shot. And just a little slice at it, Shrikant, and he gets Vikram Ravikumar on strike. Vikram is someone who likes to play square of the wicket, and they have adjusted for it. They've brought long off inside the circle, and they've sent point deep. No point of staying inside. They've moved deep, extra cover over there. And they've sent out a man a deep backward square leg. So again, Vikram, he's someone who likes to play square. He likes his cut, he likes his pulls and the sweeps. Daring him to play straight. Comes down the tracks, hit him in the pads, big appeal. Just moving down to the leg side. You can see the early movement from Vikram Ravikumar. It kind of looked like what Virat Kohli was doing earlier to Shahid Afridi. Was saying, okay, ball is moving, let me try to cut it. And he was just trying to chip it over to mid-wicket. That time the ball just beating him inside. And a narrow escape. So the Cheetahs, it's a good comeback over here. Just 3 runs from the first 4 deliveries. Again, it was expensive first over, but Arun's done well to limit it. Here we go, Harun coming in. He's going to go full once again, this time. Again full, again swinging. Vikram looking to play that one over cover. Unable to get onto this one. Again, Harun has really found a length. He slowed it down just a tad bit. Again, not as much pace as Nilesh, and I think that's disturbing the flow that Vikram was in. He was liking the pace. He's using the pace well. Now the pace is just a tad bit off, and it's just causing him to create some misfortunes for him. Harun would love to end this over with the wicket. And a quick single taken. Good throw, but they are going to get a single in the end. So at the end of 2 overs, 19 runs on the board. Still a great start for the Lions, but a good comeback over there for the Cheetahs, only giving up 4 in it. They're going to need a couple more overs like that in the power play. Again, the Lions with the great first over, they're able to make themselves feel a little bit better, but they got to get back to their scoring ways. Again, it's all about if you can just pick the gap in the infield, it's going to run away for 4, especially in this power play. So you got to make sure you do. It's a fast ground. Everyone who's played here knows it's a high-scoring ground. You're going to need a lot of runs. People coming into the day saying that 180 would be a pretty decent score. I think that would be a pretty decent score as well. 180 seems to be about a par score here. It seems to be more than defendable, and it also seems to be more than gettable. So I think that's a pretty decent place you want to be. If you can get to the 180 mark, you feel very good, especially in a final. Yeah, that's where you want it. So just a slight no fielding adjustment here. They are going to continue to have that deep backward square leg and a deep point. Still that first look you see Nilesh Patil settling in. A change in the bowling is going to be Vivek Umbala. He's a terrific bowler throughout the league. He's taken a lot of wickets. I think for Nilesh, it's a good move taking himself off of the attack. I think his pace, it was something that Vikram was enjoying. The bounce that he was getting, something Vikram was enjoying. So let's change it up. Let's keep him guessing. Just got to keep it tight. Don't give him much room. Make him play straight. That seems to be the formula that they're trying to get onto Vikram. That time straying down the leg side, and it's been pretty easily put over there. Fielder is coming around, but it doesn't matter. Again, it's a quick field. That one straight, he was too full. There was a square leg in play, but Vikram just guides it to the left of him. It was well done. It looks similar to the shot he played against Nilesh in the first over. He's telling that fielder to stay where you were. Stay to the left. Vivek is someone who tends to be a little bit fuller, and you know Vikram is going to try to go. If anything's on the legs, he's going to sweep him. That's just his natural tendency. That's his natural shot. And he's very good at it. That's why he's been sent into open and take advantage of this power play. He's already got 17 on the board. That one is hit through covers, and it's misfielded. There is a fielder on the deep just to prevent that one from becoming a 4. Again, that's why they have a man out there. It's a very quick outfield. If you don't get your body completely behind the ball at any place, even if it's just rolling to you, and you see the field adjustment, field shifts. And I think they have 3 men outside right now. And no, there comes, in comes mid-wicket. Got a long off and a deep extra cover for Shrikant. So again, daring him to play a little bit square of the wicket. Back in comes Vivek. Okay, this time right on the stumps. As well bowled. Again, just hits the deck a little bit. Don't give him that opportunity to go across of you, and dare him to go across. dare him to go square. It seems like they think that his natural tendency is to go straight. They want protection in the straight areas on the offside. So daring him to go across of his stumps. Vivek coming back in. This time full, it's hit firmly. There was a long on, maybe a catch. Cries of catch it, no long on, no catch indeed. So there you go, a 4 for Srikanth, and that is his first boundary. We saw one where he just chipped it over the top of that long on fielder earlier. This time it was just hit so firmly. It's a little bit too full. He's trying to go straight. And I would say if you're gonna bowl it that straight, push the long on, push the mid on back and bring in that extra cover. If you're gonna bowl that straight, this field is set for full and like right outside off stump. Let him play through the offside. And so an interesting change in the field. It seems like long off coming into mid off and deep extra covers moving a little bit straighter to a wide long off. So again, I would say, just even though you're bowling pretty straight as it is, I would have kept long off back. I don't know if this is the field adjustment I would have made, but we'll see if it pays off. Again, straight this time, going across his line, has found the outside edge, but it's going to fall in a vacant third man region. Again, it's a quick ground. You get it over the infield, you're going to score runs. That's a given. Edges, anything. That's 4 runs to third man. Again, that's still not the delivery of your Vivek. I know you got the outside edge of it, but that delivery was a delivery play over mid-wicket. If you're going to keep this field, if you're going to keep a wide, long off, more of a maybe deep extra cover even, it's like in between those two fields, you got to keep that ball outside the off stump, right? And dare him to play across to your long off, and then, you know, let him come over the top to your wide, long off, deep extra cover man. I think that's the key that's going missing right now. But Srikanth, he's scoring runs again. If you just get it over the infield, you're not stopping it. It's a quick ground. 180 is more than attainable from both sides, whether you're chasing or defending. You just got to keep it going. See how Vivek responds. Just got hit for 2 4s. Go straight again. This one is just punched straight to the man. And there you go. If you hit that length, it becomes hard for him to do anything straight. Back in comes Vikram Ravikumar, so again a shift in the field, and that's what these two batsmen are able to do. But there comes the end of the over. 3 boundaries from it, along with 2 singles, so you're looking at 14 runs, another expensive over. Lions 33 without loss after 3. They've gone off to a blazing start, and they're going to give it back to Harun Iqbal, which they should be giving it back to. He bowled well. He's been the pick of the bowler so far for the Cheetahs. Again, the Cheetahs desperately need a wicket here. It's no longer a question of it. The way these two have gone off to a start, they've got 3 overs of power play left, and again on this ground, if you just get it over the top of the infield, or even in a gap through the infield on the ground, is going to run away for 4. There's no stopping it. So here comes the adjustment in the field, and this is what I like to see. Long off straight, long on, in a pretty decent position as well. So this tells you he's going to, long off is not going to be as straight, but still, long off, long on, he's going to bowl straight on middle stump, daring him to go straight back over the top. Play another shot, pick another place. Oh, but that one's straight down the leg side. That's too easy for any batsman, especially the way Srikanth is batting right now. That one just straying down the leg side, and that's going to be another big 6. There's the first one. That's just too easy. That's easy pickings. I think he had the right field set if he would have bowled his correct delivery, but Harun just straying in his line. He's made it too easy for Srikanth. It's not going to blow by him. And then bada bing, bada boom. That one's over the top for 6. The Lions have moved to 39 now. And just 3.1. A blazing start. But we've seen time and time again, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. This is about how you started. The Stars would have won yesterday's PL Division 1 final. Took 4 wickets in a quick bunch, but the Tigers were able to rebound, led by Nilesh Patil, and get to a win. So Cheetahs are not out of it by any means. And this one's hit to the man at cover. This time gets it straight on him. There you go. You just need a string of dot balls. It just needs a string of dot balls. You need to find a way to build some pressure. Again, not a lot much can be built. 39 runs, 3.2 overs. Arun comes back in. Again, straight. This one, there's a fielder out there. Could be taken, and it's come out of his hands. Harun had bowled the correct delivery. The fielder was in place. It hit him in the hands. It was firmly struck. And that's just got to be disappointing. And you can hear how disappointed he is, Vivek Umbala. There was your breakthrough. Got almost streak on thread. You had to be walking back. The plan worked. They set it up beautifully. And now long on, long off. Come inside for Vikram Ravikumar. Deep point, deep mid wicket. Lions move to 40 with that drop. How big of a wicket? How costly will that be? Shrikant's already on 20. How many more runs will it cost? And Vikram again, he's searching for that lofted extra cover drive. Just hasn't been able to find it yet. And again, I know it's a shot that he can play well, but that's a shot I can live with him playing. Let him attempt that place. Slip is no longer in the equation. It's going to be a third man on the circle. So that player comes into... That player becomes a fielder that can take that catch. And again, I think on this type of ground, slip, unless you're swinging it a lot, isn't necessary. This time it's too short, and that's too easy. That one's going to be hit behind point, and it's going to run away for 4. Again, you just got to clear the infield, and that's where Vikram likes it. He says, thank you very much, and taps that one over the boundary for 4. So 44 runs come up, and Harun just too short. He's too short, it's too wide, and again, that's where you like it. Vikram loves it there. And the word has to come in. Bowl straighter, bowl fuller. Let him try to clear it over that extra cover region. The fielder is not at a deep backward point. He's more of a deep cover point. We'll see if they adjust that. And they do adjust it. He's moved around to a straighter point. Now he's going to come back around to cover. So it's a cover point that he's at. So it's not at a traditional point. So you got to keep it up. Got to keep it on that good length. Last ball of the 4th over here. Fuller, straighter, and it's just driven to the man at mid-off. So that's the delivery that he was looking for. And that ends 4 overs. 44 runs on the board, and still a blazing start for the Lions. They're getting everything they want to. The Cheetahs, they had their opportunities. They had it. Remember the drop of Shrikant. He was on 19. He's on 20 now. How many runs is that going to cost the Cheetahs? And that would have been a huge wicket, because now you have to make the Lions reset. They got a lot of big batsmen to come, but you make them reset. You make them think. And that's what you have to do. You have to keep... And T20 is a game about checking the batsmen and checking the bowlers. The batsman hitting a boundary checks the bowler. What do I do? But if you take that wicket, now the new batsman has to come in and find a way to settle in. So for Shrikant, as Nilesh Patil comes back into bowl, it's the same field. Long on, long off, still in the power play. 2 overs to go with it. Nilesh's first over went for 15. Long off is straight. Long on is still wide. So it's the same field. It's the same one. Can they take the catch this time if it comes? That one's going to be deemed wide down the offside. So Cheetahs is struggling for answers at the current moment. And this is what happens to a team where runs are leaking. You're trying to find the glory ball, and really it's just about going back to your basics. But for Nilesh, maybe it's not swinging as much anymore, but hit that length and let it move. It's going to cut a little bit here and there. It's just your natural angle. Let it cut here and there. Get Srikanth guessing. Don't give him the freebies. Lions already have enough runs. And there's your big swipe, and that's what you're looking for. Off that length, he's going to look to take it over mid-wicket. Again, it wasn't that short where he could really do that. It was just a little bit above that good length area. Again, because the mid-wicket fielder's in, he knows Srikanth. I just have to get it over the top of him. This is where you can take your wickets here. Just build some dot balls. It's a good thought process. Again, fuller of good length, let it nib here and there. Not a cloud in the sky here. Sun is completely out, and not a blemish on the Lions scorecard right now. Still no longer a blemish. Can't just try to do too much that time, Nilesh. He's got to find a way to find some consistency here. He's bowled 2 wides and a dot. And he's testing that wind. And the wind is coming from the right of your screen to the left. So maybe he needs to start this one on the leg stump if that's what he's thinking is causing these balls to drift down to the wides on the offside. Yeah, he's found it there, and there you go again. Keep Srikanth in that double mine. Let him play in the squares. He likes it straight. He wants it straight. You can hear no shots on the offside. Make him play on the offside. So their intention is to get him play on the offside. That's why you can see the offside wires happen from Nilesh. He's sticking to his plan. But again, hit that good length. Let him try to create one straight. That's where he likes it. Let him. He's gonna try. You're gonna go to your natural tendencies. And that one through the offside, and he's picked the gap. And that one could run away for 4. It's a quick outfield. And he saved. He's done well to save that one from just going to 4. And it's just gonna be 2 runs. So Varun Papuri saving 2 runs out in the outfield. Again, this is very quick, but Varun Papuri, a quick young man. So again, if you're the Cheetahs, you'll take that. Let them play that. Let them try to continue to do so. You should have an over and a half of power play to go. As long as you don't give up any boundaries, you're not going to mind it. This one through the leg side. Mid-wicket fielder not going to get around to it, but they have a fielder there. Can he get there? He does get there, but they do get 2 in the end, but they do save another 2. And Nilesh too far down the leg side once again. It seems like that's where Srikanth wants. He wants to play in that cow corner region, whether it's on the ground or in the air. Nilesh adjusting mid-wicket, sending him into a more cow corner inside the circle type of region. And the Cheetahs are struggling for answers. The 50 comes up for the Lions here in this 5th over, so they are blazing. 2 balls to come. No boundaries yet. This one hit straight to the fielder at the point. He's done really well. There you go, dot balls. You got 3 dot balls in the over. Haven't had 3 dot balls in an over since we saw Harun bowl his first. So that's huge. It's been a big over. And I know it'd be weird to say 50 in the first 5. You take that if you're the Cheetahs the way it started, and you would. Contain the run rate just a little bit. Can they get a dot ball here, or will the Lions get another boundary? Back in a Srikanth play the entire over. This one chipped up into the air. It could be a brilliant end to the over. And never a chance. Never looked like he got underneath that one. And again, just a quick bounce in the outfield. Just run away for 4. So brilliant over ends poorly. 54 runs after 5 overs for the Lions. Again, if you just have to clear the infield, that ball swirling up in the air. Third man was trying to come underneath it. He was running backwards. Just fell to his right. So in the last over of power play, Lions already have 54 runs on the board. They've set a tremendous platform for themselves here in this final. Again, this is the T20 Division 1 final between the Lions and the Cheetahs. So the winner takes all here. Vikram Ravikumar finally going to get some strike. He's been off the strike for 6 deliveries. Even before then, Srikanth had played majority of Harun's previous over. They're going to bowl Harun's 3rd. And I do like it. He's been the guy that's been the most consistent. I didn't have the greatest of previous overs, but he is the most consistent guy so far. And I don't think they want to expose spin before the power play occurs, and that's the big thing, especially when you're bowling to Vikram Ravikumar. He's someone who lives off of the spin bowling. Again, if you give him anything in a sweep, whether it's the traditional or the reverse, he's going to play it. He likes to do all these innovative strokes. And so when you look at the spinners that they do have in Varun Papuri and company, I think they may find a little bit of struggle. And Kirk Thompson is an option to bowl. He bowled in the T10s. Surprised they haven't tried him out. He gets some swing, but he is very quick, so any bat on it might run away. For the field, you got a deep extra cover, and you have a deep point. So it's going to stick to that off stump. It's going to stick outside the off stump, rather. Can't give anything down the leg side. It's the one's hit over cover. Fielder coming underneath it, and it's come out of his hands. Kirk Thompson was running in. He did all the hard work and unable to settle underneath it, and Vikram Ravikumar gets his life on 22. So in Harun's last 2 overs, 2 drops. This is unbelievable here. The Cheetahs, they just created 2 opportunities, exactly what they wanted. They had the fielder set in for that shot. He'd been looking for it all game long. And now for Srikanth, the field has to adjust. I would say bring that cover inside and send the long off deep, and bring long off in and bring long off back and take out that deep extra cover. Currently 3 fielders outside the circle, and they send in deep extra cover. And for the Cheetahs, you had it. You had Srikanth. You had him on 19. You had Vikram Ravikumar on 22. How costly are these drops going to be? This one's hit straight over the top. No fielder there. It would be a great chase if they can stop it. I don't think they will, and they won't. It's going to be another 4 runs. So Srikanth, he gets another 4, and he's proving just how costly that drop is going to be. Remember, he was dropped in the 4th over. Final over of power play, and the Lions are saying we're going to make use of it. We've set a tremendous platform for ourselves. 59 runs already, just 2 balls bowled. And this is the first lofted shot we've seen over the offside from Srikanth. Everything else has come to the leg sides where he's dropped in that cow corner region. Okay, Harun is he's gonna bowl that same delivery. He's gonna bowl straight, maybe pull the length back just a tad. It goes even fuller. That one's hit to the leg side. Fielder's there, but it won't matter. That's a bigger 6. He set up the plan, but Srikanth says, thank you, this is my zone. And bada bing, bada boom, right over the top for another 6. And they move into the 60s here, the 6th over. And the Cheetahs struggling for answers. Fielder was there, but it didn't matter. That one was brilliantly hit over the top. Again, it's a classic Srikanth stroke. It's what we've seen him hit on countless occasions today, countless occasions throughout the season. He's done it once again. So here we go. In comes Harun. This time short. It's gone straight up. This one has to find the hands of a fielder. So captain settling and makes a terrific catch. Thought he didn't adjust to it well enough, but he gets it in the end, and finally one sticks. So the first wicket falls on the 6th over, and it's off Srikanth ready, so the drop doesn't result in too much damage. 19 more runs were added to the total after his drop. Now it's going to be Ravi Teja coming in. Lions 65 for 1 here in 5.4. Vikram Ravikumar going to get strike back. And is that just what the Cheetahs needed? Something to go their way finally. Then you can see the expression from Harun. He had 2 catches dropped in his overs, and finally gets one to stick. And really, it felt like that one was going to fall out. But maybe that's the one you need. Again, cricket's a funny game. Crazier things have happened. All you need is one thing to go your way, and that's the one. Can the Cheetahs continue to rebound from it and regroup and find their way across the finish line? Or MOCC continue to pour it on? They still got their opener, Vikram Ravikumar, in there. Ravi Teja comes in. 2 quality bowlers, 2 quality batsmen rather. Again, Harun has been the pick of the bowlers today for the Cheetahs. He's taken 1 wicket so far. He's had 2 drops. And really felt like this over was going to be a big over for the Lions. 11 runs already come from it. There's still 2 balls to go, and Vikram's going to be on strike again. Final over of the power play, and I think the Lions really told themselves, we're going to go from here. They hadn't lost the wicket yet, and I think for Srikanth, you really did your part. You scored, you took it on, and now you have plenty of batsmen to come. If you can just, you know, he's not wanting to get out, but he's going to play that shot, right? He's going to try to clear it. It's the 3rd, 4th time that edge had happened. Previous times it cleared the infielder, made the fielders run behind. This time just Harun's pace, not enough on it. Bada bing, bada boom, 3rd man, he's able to get it. So Vikram Ravikumar on strike, just saw a wicket fall, but he still got 2 balls in the power play. There's a deep extra cover and a deep point. Again, they almost had the catch earlier, the first delivery of the over. This time it's hit through cover, fielder settles underneath it. So 1 ball to go here in the power play. How does Vicky deal with it? Again, the first dot ball, the second dot ball of the over. Might be saying, where's the first? Well, the wicket's a dot ball. Remember, that's the big thing. Every wicket, every dot ball, every wicket creates pressure. I'm sure the pressure's off though for Vikram. 65 runs already on the board. And it'll be 65 runs through the power play. Yes, it will be. Ravi Teja sends him back. So 65 runs through the power play. After 6 over, 65 runs on the board. Srikanth falls in that over. Harun gets the first wicket of the day. Is that what the Cheetahs needed to spark themselves and get themselves going? We got some excited fans. They're revving it up. The Cheetahs are revving it up, and the Lions have been revving it up. They've been zooming through this batting so far. 65 runs already on the board, but the Cheetahs are hoping to zoom through this batting order. Can they get through the batting lineup? And we'll see. It'll be interesting to see if they start to bring in spin here. We talk about zooming through. For those of you who are tuning in, you may or may not know that India and Pakistan are playing a match today. India set a target of 152, led by Virat Kohli's 50. But right now, Pakistan, they're 61 without loss in 9 overs, so they need 91 runs and 67 deliveries. So it's going to be a pretty interesting finish to that one. So again, zooming through on both sides. It's going to be 2 great games that we have today. So again, the field restrictions, no more of them. Power play's over, and they're going to definitely spread the field out. Vikas Butt comes in to bowl, and again, on this type of a ground where the ball's going to run, if you just get it over the top of the infield, you're not going to see on many occasions where there isn't 5 fielders outside. You're not going to see it on many occasions. So the field in the deep mid-wicket, cow corner, a deep extra cover. Long off settles back as well. And it looks like a 3rd man. So there you go. Again, 3rd man, deep extra cover, long off, long on, and a deep mid-wicket. All in play for Ravi Teja. Playing his first delivery from Vikas. And he's on the bunt from ball 1, but they do take a quick single, and this is great running from the Lions, and great running from Vicky. You got to put the pressure on the fielders. Don't let them collect it. This is a ground where the ball can do a little bit while it's getting to you. And again, if you could just get them to misfield, you could leak another run. So change in the field here for Vikram. Again, there's their deep point coming through. You have a long off coming inside the circle. So daring him to hit straight through the offside. Bring him inside again. Still cow corner, deep mid-wicket, 3rd man. Looks like 3rd man has come inside the circle, rather. And I'm surprised by this. I'd send long off back then. There's only 4 fielders outside. And he's gone Yorker from ball 1. What a delivery, and well fetched out by Vikram. And maybe if he's gonna bowl that full, I would keep my 3rd man deep. At that length, it's gonna be hard for you to really pick up. And there you go, 3rd man goes back. And I do like that adjustment there. So Vikas Butt seems to be the answer right now. He's got a single and dot ball to his name. It's a tremendous Yorker. almost through the gate. This time, Vikram comes down the track. He's lofted this one between mid-wicket and cow corner. Fielder coming around, but it won't matter. That's going to be 4 runs. That's just easy pickings there. Vikram just quick shuffle down the step, a little 1-2 step that we like to call, and just moves it over the top. 4 runs. Lions moving to the 70s now, keeping the run rate above 10 and over. It wasn't a terrible delivery from Vikas, but just the movement from Vikram. That's what created the shot. Did a little do-si-do, as we like to say down here in the south. Came down the track and just lifted it over the top. Mid-wicket has come a little bit straighter now to prevent that shot. So now that square region's open. This time it's over cover. Just found the outside edge. It's well fielded. And they're pushing for 2. The fielder took some time to release that delivery and allowed that 2 to occur. He's done well to stop it from being a 4. And it's hard to field out in century fields. I'm sure anyone who's played and fielded out in the deep knows it's hard. He did well, moving well to his left to stop that one. It was a thick outside edge. He went for the cover drive, went really over point. The fielder was at cover and he went all the way around. And it's a hot one out here today. The breeze is in now and it feels pretty nice. When you're in the sun, it does. You can feel the heat, the intensity. Is much warmer day than it was yesterday. So see how they are adjusting the field. Third man, they've moved him a little bit straighter because they've moved the man at cover to point. No, they're going to move him back around. So it looks like the Cheetahs are making a lot of adjustments against the same batsman on strike. They've moved third man back to being in the wider area. Again, there's no one square, so Vikas has got no protection out there. If he does anything, if anything drifts down the leg side, you're gonna see a 4 down by that square leg region. So you gotta keep it on middle, gotta keep it on off, and if he's gonna go leg, make sure that's straight. That one again well bowled, and Vicky wants that quick single, and he's pushing these fielders. And this is a great adjustment again. Vikas is bowling well. He's been most consistent out the bat so far. And you can see the change in field. Long off goes back, and there's 6 fielders outside the circle at the moment. They got to get one in, otherwise it's going to be a no ball. They've just identified that. They're going to bring in third man. Previously they had brought in cover. They're searching for that second wicket. They need that second wicket to occur. He went for that Yorker, thick outside edge. It's 2 where that third man would have been. Again, if you're going to go that full, I would have brought in that point. Thick outside edge and 4 runs there. Again, that third man should have stayed back. Previously, they had that deep point fielder in for him. But nonetheless, that's 7 overs gone. 77 runs on the board, and the Lions, they're steamrolling this. The Cheetahs need to break this and really need to get rid of Vikram Ravikumar. .77, 7 overs. Vikram Ravikumar, he's on 30. Remember, he was dropped on 22. If he goes on to hit a 50, to hit some big runs, the ball finding committee is out there to go find that ball. It is tough. There's a bunch of weeds, a little creaky area there, but they have found it, and the ball's coming in. The Cheetahs need something. They try to go spin, and I think it's just Vikram's ability to play these shots that's preventing the spinners from coming on. They do have some good options. They do like to use those options. We'll see who they go with and how they do the field. It's going to be Sagar Sane. And I think they made, when Vikas came for Ravi Teja in that previous over, that final delivery, again, before this they had the cover fielder inside, and then they said, okay, we'll bring third man in. And he is someone, Vikas, who has that Yorker ball, who likes to bowl that fuller length. Let him try to loft that one over cover. That's where you can bring in your third man. Should be deep for that ball delivery. I don't know, it just didn't feel like the right move. It's going to be Sagar Sane coming into bowl. So the field, you're going to have a deep mid wicket, going to have a long on. It's going to be a left arm orthodox.